everything has the 5 decibels up. I'm gonna flip it right now near my neck. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick update. I'm here with this popular hat from one of those gurus, and which content I think we have linked in the QLA-like mentality or mindset in the feature from the channel on the main page of the YouTube. Okay, I want to talk to you about updates. Let me try perfecting my English, so I will probably talk a little bit slower so the pronunciation is better. I'm doing some ankle or I don't know calves exercises, and I try to do 100 right now while I'm speaking to you. Peggy's behind me, and today is Wednesday. It's midweek, and if things are not moving by now, they will probably slow down by the weekend. So I'm anxious because I'm gonna give you this update. Today I woke up really late. I slept at around my old times, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. probably. So I woke up around 9 or 10. So at the time, a director, I think, called me if I was going to certain event, and I was like, oh yeah, I could probably go, whatever. If I could reach him and absorb or ask him questions, that's cool with me. So I was like, yeah, let me know. And I updated him, telling him that I'm waiting for the accounting firm like invoice or project quotation, and it's taking a fucking long time. So it's 1 week and 2 days right now, 9 days, and they have chatted me or asked me about contacts or information, so I have updated them, and we are waiting for that. I told him, and that the accountant firm, the legal firm, also liked the deal, and they were going to check for conflict of interest, and that started. Guys, I'm gonna give you my feedback later. They're gonna check for conflicts of interest of their firm, and then give them suggestions about the due diligence questions regarding the deal. So they have access to the preliminary information about the company. The lawyer liked the deal, so I'm happy. I don't know what they fucking read or check that they like it, and I don't know if he even knows the price or whatever. Or I think I told him that we're buying the debt, and that's the only thing. So I think that's the only thing. I don't know. I'm just talking without knowing too much. So that's what I told my director, and I was starting to shower and get dressed really quickly and eat a fast yogurt as a late breakfast. And then Peggy, sube. Peggy is downstairs. I'm on the first steps doing the calves. I stopped, and well, I closed with the director, thinking that I was going to meet him. So I start doing a fast breakfast, which I then didn't eat. So I saved it for tomorrow probably, and took off. I grabbed an Uber because I was really late. I thought that the event was at 12 at noon, and then it was already late, so I grabbed an Uber because I have still some money, and arrived over there at the place. It's like a huge institutional place. It's the event place is all empty. I asked someone there, and they're like, "Oh, probably in the other one." I went upstairs. It's all empty. So these are huge places. I thought about doing a video over there and do some updates or work. And well, I then stayed. I started talking about other social bullshit which doesn't give me money and I am into, and deal with that, just sitting there in the air conditioner, dealing in the phone, and starting to plan what to do next afterwards. But I sat there for quite some time. There was no event, and the event, when I chat the director, if he already had left, the event is next Wednesday. So talk about good planning and coordination. So I was like, okay, I could visit some banks or whatever. So I decided to walk and walk and walk with the fucking sun and reach the banks. And I went to one and wrote an email from the lobby, and they told me to sit down anywhere, and it was a nice place. And I was like, I should come back often and just sit here like I'm waiting for someone in the bank and just work from there. So I was on the bank hotel. I didn't want to go up the elevator because I'm a pussy, or I don't want to force things. So I wrote an email about upcoming deal, and this bank is recommended by even the seller. And I decided to sit there and wait for the email answer, and did other stuff in the computer. And since there was no answer, about 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, I decided to move on, go grab something to eat, and that's what I did. I went to the when I was eating, I made a call to another new deal that's still alive from 6 months ago, and this director, he also told me to pursue it because that's his specialty, which is retail, and I'm not into it. But let's try that to comply with the director and try to bring him another hopefully good deal with a motivated seller with no succession plan. He wants to leave the country and retire somewhere else. He already have a farm or whatever. So I received a call when I was eating. I made the call to his owner, and he told me to meet next Monday because he's not in Panama or whatever. So that's good. He was still telling me he's just planning to sell. I was like presenting other lame options like fusion or whatever. He was, I want to sell. So this is good, and I just need to now continue with something I have not done, and you have heard me quite some time interviewing more directors, updating my directors by a written email, which has not been done in 6 months almost, and also do an email blast or social network post about buying businesses, and keep this flow coming. But I'm right now like really laid back because I want to see what's the engagement with the firms and what's the outcome of this interaction with the lawyer also, because they are taking too much time, and that's what we don't have, and they are doing things so formally when they could probably give us an idea like, okay, there's a warning here and that's it, that's all we're going to do. We don't want to charge you because of this opinion or whatever. And I go back to the seller and tell him, hey, there's a warning here. You're in deep shit if you don't give us your business without paying anything or owing anything to you or whatever. I don't know, I'm just dreaming about stuff like that. But the accounting firm is too formal. I'm waiting for a almost now 9 days quotation about the services or bullshit they have to do for this deal, only deal we have. And the lawyer is about bullshitting about checking their conflicts of interest, and that's worrisome for me, and I'm gonna give you more input about that. And also like having the suggestions about the standard due diligence items they check. So I need the law firm and the accounting firm to engage at some point soon, I hope tomorrow, and see what's up with this deal, because the seller chat me really long, worried because he's not going to receive the payments about some provider directly. He has bank issues, and what has been happening with this business, they had a bank arrangement in which the provider paid directly to the bank, and any remaining amount was given to the company, because that was the deal with the loan they made with this bank. But also this bank is, since 2 or 3 weeks ago, pushing them to pay the whole loan right now, because they fell out for some they're out by 1 month, and they're really pressuring him, and that's the suspicious thing. And now that the bank is pushing that, and also that the provider is not complying with the owner, the seller, which is asking the provider to pay them directly, or they will get in trouble because there is a legal issue with the bank. Now that the provider decided not to comply with the owner, the situation, the economic situation of the owner is really, really red and worrisome for him. So I don't know, he's probably going to take legal actions against the provider for not complying with him. Let's see how that goes, and we'll see how my deal, only deal I'm dealing right now, to see how the engagement of all the parts of the QLA components interact, behave, and move forward or not, to then keep bringing new businesses and all that, and cementing the relationship. That's what I want to do now that I brought some deals to everyone in the components. I want to know that we are going to cement a good relationship with all the current actors, because I don't know if after this or not they are going to start giving another position or other decisions. So that's the reason this is about cementing the relationship with this one deal, or afterwards, to know what are we supposed to do in a timely way to get a lot of deals coming in the pipeline next. So why am I worried about the law firm? Because I need to know if that law firm has one of the companies or main companies that is a competition as a client. So that's the reason I'm now worried or suspicious about the law firm. I hope it's nothing, but I need to know about this, and also one of the main actors in this industry. The only deal I have is from that main provider. There's a gossip or whatever that I know from someone that company in that industry, we're trying to buy one company, is in economic hardship. So I was talking to the seller like, wow, if this is really a situation, if you can find out or I can find out, then we can build a stronger board for this industry to try to buy the big one in that industry. So all this is happening in my mind, and I need to start pushing people and moving the parts to define the actions and take the decisions. So this is about it. I need to, now that I'm talking so much, I need to update my board members so there's less time for a surprise and more time for them to take decisions and positions really soon if this comes forward. So Peggy's lying there. I'm gonna film her. Okay. There she is. This is Peggy. And this is it. I'm gonna close the film and leave you guys. So long. 16 minutes going to 17. Ciao.